What is up, everybody? 7.1 just came out today, so I thought I would make a quick video talking about all the changes that happened for Ret. There weren't any really huge changes that happened, but some of them were kind of buffs. I'm not sure about others. Then there were a few nerfs to some things, but yeah, let's just get right into it. Okay, first off, the biggest change I would say is they changed Blade of Wrath. So instead of just having a reduced cooldown, and having doing slightly less damage than what it usually does, it now, whenever you auto attack, it has a chance to proc and completely refund it like it just did right there. So this can be really good because it actually procs quite a bit if you. I'm getting really lucky right now for some reason, but yeah, it procs quite a bit, so it has really high burst potential compared to the other one because you could be bursting with wings and it could just proc non-stop while you're hitting a target, making it so you have not only almost unlimited holy power, but also Blade of Justice actually hits pretty hard now because it doesn't have the reduced damage like it did when you used the old Blade of Wrath. So I can't tell if that's either a buff or a nerf, because sometimes I guess you can just not get any procs ever and it can make your rotation kind of clunky, but I never really feel that problem so far, so I'd say it's a buff in my books. Right, next up, they changed Holy Wrath. I'm really happy that they did this because I absolutely hate Holy Wrath. So instead of doing 50% damage to 50% of your health and damage to players in PvP, it now only does 35%, which I'm hoping makes it so people use it less and makes it so that Divine Purpose is better than it in almost all situations. I'm not exactly sure what the numbers are now with that because I haven't tested it yet, but it's probably significantly less, being that it's 15% less of your HP. Next up, they were supposed to change Crusade to empower Judgment and have that increase the stacks, but they didn't actually release that, which I think is strange. I kind of wanted to test it out and see how good it was. So maybe they'll add it in a hotfix in the future or something like that. But yeah, so far I feel like Divine Purpose is now, because of the Holy Wrath nerf, better than both of them. Next up, they changed both Relentlessness and Adaptation a bit. So for Adaptation, it still works the same as how the text says, but before, what you could do is if you were in CC that was less than 5 seconds, you would be able to still use your trinket, putting it on a minute cooldown. But now they make it so that if you're in a CC less than 3 seconds, the only way for Adaptation to proc is if you're in a CC 5 seconds or longer. This kind of makes it not as good for some comps, like comps that just have a bunch of really small CC. It's not really worth using anymore. I'd probably go for Relentlessness or Trinket. Next up, talking about that, they also nerfed Relentlessness a little bit. Instead of having a 25% CC reduction, it's now 20%. It's not really that big of a nerf, but it can be, I don't know, that 5% reduction may be the difference between getting a kill in a stun and not. So who knows? And then lastly, I can't actually remember, but I think they changed the image for Peer Apart. So yeah, that's about it for the changes. I'm not sure if they changed the actual numbers for some of our abilities. I haven't been really able to find a fashion notes with anything really conclusive. But yeah, so this is what I've noticed so far. Oh, actually I forgot one really big one. They reverted the nerf to sack to 25 seconds, because a couple of weeks ago they nerfed it so sack was a 30-second cooldown instead of 25 seconds. It looks like they changed that back. I'm not sure if that was accidental, something happened wrong when they transferred it over, or if this is intentional, but it's pretty cool to get shorter cooldown sack again. But yeah, okay, now that I remember that, that is about it for the Ret changes. I'll make a video if there's any more changes in the future. Also, I'll be making a Ret guide. It should be coming out in a couple of days. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.